2 seconds.
How you doing?
Well, Coach, you guys get the win today. A little ugly out there. How would you describe that win?
Well, it took us a while to really step up and get stops and really crank it up defensively. We obviously let them hang around, and first half the turnovers were the whole key to the game. And it didn't feel like we were defending very well. Didn't feel like we were very good offensively, but I think in reality we were okay defensively. Just the turnovers were skewing everything. There's so many wasted possessions in the first half. And, second half, we kind of let them hang, and then finally at one point, a couple guys really stepped up. Atim and Keaton stepped up defensively. Javon got a little more active. I thought Eric was terrific all night long. But when those 2 or 3 guys really set the tone for us defensively, our activity picked up. We got some transition, and that kind of allowed us to pop the game in the second half.
What do you think of Eric on his first start?
Yeah, really proud of him. Really proud of him. I mean, thought he did a lot of good things the other day against Utah State. He's been steady all year in practice. And again, it's just the impact we think he can have on helping Keaton get back to his normal self. Keaton didn't quite get it going 100% offensively, but had a terrific game, steals, rebounds. Was closer to his normal self, and I think that's a byproduct of getting Eric on the floor a little more. So glad to see him do it against a quicker team. Utah State obviously is a fantastic team, but they're not trying to drive it at you a lot. These guys certainly were trying to drive it at us, and it's good to see Eric battle with that type of offense.
How can Eric help Keaton? How's that dynamic work?
Well, just get Keaton off the ball. We want the ball in Keaton's hands a lot, but there's a lot that goes into running the show and getting the team, getting the offense set and calling plays and talking in those huddles. And Keaton can do it, and he will do it. But right now we got to get him to relax and just go back to playing the way he played most of the year last year. And he's much closer, and just slide him off the ball a little bit, take some of that pressure off of him.
You think Eric can be your point guard now?
Well, he was tonight. And I think he'll continue to get better. Again, this guy's been in the country for a couple months, and but he did a little bit, showing different things that we were really excited about. He's not the quickest guy in the world. Yeah. He's not a guy that's going to break down the defense. Well, he's tough. He pulled the tough plays defensively against Utah State the other day, and he was involved in a lot of those.
Does it remind you of DeNicolau at all? With the obvious comparison is there because of the country, but
and we need him to fill that role, but they're very, very different players. I mean, Giovanni was such an underrated defender. Giovanni was a terrific defensive player, very long, very quick. We hope Eric, to this point, Eric's shown to be a better shooter than Giovanni. He's steady, he's big, he's strong. They both have that toughness about him. But I think we're hoping that just taking care of the basketball. Giovanni, very turnover prone early in his career. Eric's been real solid. Maybe not quite as many assists, but maybe not quite as many turnovers.
Not quite as flashy, maybe a little bit.
Exactly.
What do you think of the defensive effort overall tonight? It seems like you guys turned it on in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Again, the first half it didn't feel real good. One kid had a good night, and we knew he was capable of doing that. First half it didn't feel great, but the numbers were pretty decent. We were crushing them on the boards, weren't giving up offensive rebounds. They didn't shoot a great percentage in the first half. But clearly there was a stretch there in the second half where we turned it up and played the way we need to. And we'll build on that. It's if that was a 6-minute stretch, we need to make that a much longer stretch. And got a lot of work to do, but it was good to put it together there and get a win for sure.
Was that part of the problem in the slow start? Was Keaton having to play the point and maybe do too much, or thought he had to do too much?
Well, I don't want to oversell that. I mean, a lot goes into it, And
what was the reason for the slow start?
Well, I think part of it was, more pressure, at that position. All the things that Giovanni did for us in the past, all the things that Nick did, all the talking, all the leadership, all the things that were gone. Keaton's been a great talker in practice. Javon's been a great talker in practice. Our 2 seniors are pretty quiet guys, but those guys have done all those things, but that didn't mean it was easy to go back out there and do the things in addition to that. So
overall as a team, 0-5, not the way you wanted to start. What were the issues basically for that 0-5 start you were facing?
Yeah, everything.
That was it.
Everything. Playing good teams,
Yeah.
Playing very poorly defensively, not shooting the ball well. Most of our individuals were not playing the way they're capable of playing, and some of that stuff is stuff is going to work itself out. I mean, Keaton doesn't go from being one of the best players in Conference USA a year ago to being a guy that was playing the way he started the first 5 games. So we know he's going to snap out of it. Byron's going to, get back to being his aggressive self. We just gotta go through some growing pains here, and today was another part of that process.
Good to get a win.
It's always good to get a win. That's always, doesn't change what we have to do next practice.
Yeah.
But it sure makes you feel a lot better between now and then.